To cut through some of the confusion surrounding Bitcoin, we need to separate it into two components. On the one hand, you have Bitcoin, the token, a snippet of code that represents ownership of a digital concept, sort of like a virtual IOU. On the other hand, you have Bitcoin, the protocol, a distributed network that maintains a ledger of balances of Bitcoin, the token. Both are referred to as Bitcoin. The system enables payments to be sent between users without passing through a central authority, such as a bank or payment gateway. It is created and held electronically. Bitcoins aren't printed, like dollars or euros, they're produced by computers all around the world, using free software. It was the first example of what we today call cryptocurrencies, a growing asset class that shares some characteristics of traditional currencies, with verification based on cryptography. Who created it? A pseudonymous software developer going by the name of Satoshi Nakamoto proposed Bitcoin in 2008, as an electronic payment system based on mathematical proof. The idea was to produce a means of exchange, independent of any central authority, that could be transferred electronically in a secure, verifiable and immutable way. To this day, no one knows who Satoshi Nakamoto really is. In what ways is it different from traditional currencies? Bitcoin can be used to pay for things electronically if both parties are willing. In that sense, it's like conventional dollars, euros, or yen, which are also traded digitally. But it differs from fiat digital currencies in several important ways. 1. Decentralization. Bitcoin's most important characteristic is that it is decentralized. No single institution controls the Bitcoin network. It is maintained by a group of volunteer coders and run by an open network of dedicated computers spread around the world. This attracts individuals and groups that are uncomfortable with the control that banks or government institutions have over their money. 2. Limited supply. Fiat currencies, dollars, euros, yen, etc., have an unlimited supply. Central banks can issue as many as they want, and can attempt to manipulate a currency's value relative to others. Holders of the currency, and especially citizens with little alternative, bear the cost. 3. Pseudonymity. While senders of traditional electronic payments are usually identified for verification purposes, and to comply with anti-money laundering and other legislation, users of Bitcoin, in theory, operate in semi-anonymity. Since there is no central validator, users do not need to identify themselves when sending Bitcoin to another user. When a transaction request is submitted, the protocol checks all previous transactions to confirm that the sender has the necessary Bitcoin as well as the authority to send them. The system does not need to know his or her identity.